Hi there. Let me call in Bat. Come here, Bat. Come here. Come see me. Hi, sweetie. Oh, you too tired today? Huh? Are you too tired today? It's because of the combines, isn't it? Is it because of the combines? She's like, oh no, it's the camera. It's the camera. I do what I can to get you to look at the camera, sweetie. Yeah, she's tired because she was up looking at combines, weren't you? It's a lot of energy to look at combines. Oh, thank you, sweetie. They're taking off the soybean, so the combines are very distracting. They're very loud and distracting. Thank you, Bat. Welcome to the 31 Days of King Juggernaut. I am Karen Stever. I wrote a book. I'm releasing it at Halloween, and I thought I would talk to you about it every single day until then. And I'm going to show you a little piece of the cover of the book by taking a puzzle piece away. Today's puzzle piece is the elephant. It's probably my favorite puzzle piece because the book is called King Juggernaut, and that is the name of the Asian circus elephant in this book. So I thought I would read to you today from the chapter called The Elephant's Crown, which I believe is chapter 8. Yes, I'm a winner today. I don't always know. So they're all sitting around the campfire, and Albert's telling some stories, and Ian's very distracted by some visions that he's seeing. And so I'll start on page 137 of The Elephant's Crown. Ian had his hand on his pocket, touching his coin, and was very deep in thought. So, Ian, I understand you saw an elephant, the grinder asked, which immediately caught Ian off guard. How do I know these things? He laughed. You know you're not on this journey alone, right? Maybe you're seeing that. Do you think about him a lot? How did he get on that island? Why didn't he trample you, perhaps? Albert sat back and looked straight up. You saw the crown above the mother crow. That is his. He will wear it someday and will return to his kingdom. It is a cruel world, my dear boy. Some things must pass before balance will be restored. Humans have had plenty of chances to get it right. But look around the world. They just finished a war to end all wars, and already are starting another. They learn nothing from history. Greed and control have very selective memory. Those lessons don't line their pockets or give them power. My mother used to say that this world and everything in it was a gift, and we should remember to be thankful. I would argue that none of it is ours, and we have no right to any of it. If power lands in our laps, we must use it responsibly and for the betterment of all, not just one. I can promise you this, Ian. If anything is to change in this world, it will be because of children and animals. Adults cannot see the level of purity that is required for change. Albert looked at Ian, and he had his hand on his coat pocket. Power has landed in your lap too, has it not, dear Ian? You've heard me say a couple of those things along the way. Albert's definitely my outlet. Why did I choose an elephant? They're the world's largest mammal. Aside from apes, gorillas, and all the great apes, they're the most intelligent. They live in social groups. They celebrate a new calf as a whole family. I've seen videos where a new elephant will come in and the whole bunch of them will just go running out with trumpets blaring and like Dizzy Gillespie trumpets blaring to welcome the new calf. So there's that. They recognize themselves in mirrors, which is an interesting thing to me, because a lot of the time if an animal sees its reflection, at first it thinks that it's someone else, right? We've seen our cats and dogs do this with mirrors where they'll like attack it or something. An elephant knows that's them, right? Weird, the way that we do. They have really long-term memories. That's another awesome thing. They probably above all of that, an elephant will know what another elephant is feeling. Like, how cool is that? It's called empathy. And it is, to me, the greatest and most lacking component and characteristic in leadership. I'm sure you all have people you could think of. We're not going there. So this is why on the front of the book it says, "We forgot how to lead, an elephant never forgets." They know how to do leadership. Nothing changes. The matriarch of the group sets everything in motion. That's how it is. They will befriend one another. They will comfort one another. When they comfort each other, it's kind of interesting. They will put their trunk in another elephant's mouth because they think that's reassuring. Right? Like, how cool is that? They mourn their dead. They will assist other injured elephants. They will all go into rescue mode when one elephant is in need. You've seen this when rivers run high and a little baby elephant gets away. They will all form this, diamond formation and get that guy out of there, to the point where we've seen some of these stories where a whole bunch of them will drown because they're literally trying to help each other. All these just basic things you think we would know, right? But we don't. We have no clue. I learned a lot in studying elephants. I'd like one of my own someday. Some people want a dog or a cat or a horse. I'd like an elephant. I would love to go see them for real because I've studied them so much. That would be amazing. We do actually have some in Canada, believe it or not. They're not in good situations, but yeah, they were stolen from their land. Just like when people go and get them for their tusks. Theft. The thieves. This is why I say the children and animals are going to set this all right and take back what is rightfully theirs. Set the balance from the thieves. Greed and control and division cannot continue to rule. It has to go back to being a society that works. And they do live in these social groups, and I love them. I watched a funeral. If you just go type in, if you can handle it, take a box of Kleenex. Elephant funeral. They mourn their dead. They remember their dead. And they will often revisit the place where their dead were. They just do everything that we're supposed to do that we just can't seem to sort out or figure out. So all these qualities, to me, make the best leadership, especially empathy. And so I made King Juggernaut the leader here, who's going to teach a lot of lessons. The children teach their own lessons as well. And I hope that you follow this whole series. This is King Juggernaut New York City. But it's going to be King Juggernaut Berlin and King Juggernaut Cairo and King Juggernaut Japan, like Tokyo, and like a whole bunch of countries in the world. And I hope that I can responsibly show those cultures so that people can understand, there's different cultures in the world that do it a different way. This is 1939, so how the cultures even did it then is very different. So it's going to be fun to not only research for those books, but to be able to share that same kind of message of hope, of returning to the playground, that isn't just for Americans, it isn't just for people in Japan or Germany, it's all over the world. This series is going to end up in India, which is my fascination hotspot. I love everything about it. So anyway, I will tune in with you tomorrow. I was just looking to see what I have to go back way too many pages now to see what I'm doing. I'm not organized. This is like just, dollar book from the bookstore kind of organization going on. Tomorrow's puzzle piece, that's what I'm looking for. Bear with me, is right here. It is, okay. This is going to be fun. Tomorrow's puzzle piece is Skull. That is the name of a spider. I'm going to go over all the spiders. There are 7 of them. And Skull is the spider from this book. So there's Skull and Fangs and Claw and Echo and Scope and Hunk and Fly. You will see when you order the book, they're all in the back of the book. So you can kind of get an idea who they are, and I'll talk to you about them tomorrow. But for now, I will let you go. I appreciate you tuning in. Excited to get this book over to you. I hope that you will order it, and I will sign it and ship it anywhere in the world that they will allow it, okay? Talk to you again tomorrow, and as always, rock on.